Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Hope all of you are doing fine. In the previous chapter, what is government? We have discussed about the government. Why does a country need a government? So, from that chapter, I want to know from you what you recall and what you remember. First, what are the three levels of government? Good. The three levels of government are local government, state government, and central government. Next, name the different forms of government. Very good. The two main forms of government are monarchy. It is been ruled by a king or a queen. Second is democracy. It is ruled by the people. So next, what do you understand by the universal adult franchise? Very good. Universal adult franchise means equal right to vote to all the adults who are 18 years and above, irrespective of their caste, creed, gender, religion, etc. So, dear students, today we are going to start the new chapter, Key Elements of a Democratic Government. In this chapter, we will read about some of the key elements that influence the working of a democratic government. This includes people's participation, the resolution of conflicts, equality, and justice. In the beginning of this chapter, you will get a short story about Maya Naidu. She has been discussing about South Africa before 1994 with her mother. South Africa was earlier governed by apartheid law. Apartheid means separation on the basis of race. Apartheid was an unfair political and social system in South Africa where a minority white population ruled over the black majority. Minority means smaller group and majority means larger group. So in South Africa, the white people are in minority, but even though they rule over the larger majority group of South Africa. Under the apartheid, blacks were not allowed to vote and were discriminated against. They had poor access to public services, separate schools, buses, hospitals, ambulance, and even they were not access to their country's natural resources. So they are not allowed to access their own country's natural resources. Later on, a group of people called the South African National Congress, under the leadership of Nelson Mandela, struggled against apartheid and helped South Africa to become independent in the year 1994. So, as you have got the term of race, so what is race? You see it here. The race refers to a person's physical characteristics such as bone structure and skin, hair, or eye color. So these are the picture images of the different skin color. So in South Africa, the people that are white, black, Indian colors, colored, etc. This is the image of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was an South African politician and activist. On April 27, 1994, he was made the president of South Africa, elected in a fully represented democratic election. Mandela was also the first black president of his country, South Africa. Now, next topic, that is participation. In a democracy, the government is elected by people. A government is elected for a fixed period. In case of India, the government is elected for a period of 5 years. After that, people get a chance to elect a new government through popular vote. Elections are the way to ensure people participation in the formation of government. If the people are satisfied with the performance, with the responsibility government, then the government gets re-elected to serve for another term. If the people are not satisfied with the performance, then a new government replaces the older one. So we have power to change the government. So our government in our country, we have demo democratic government. So we have democracy. So again, just recall it. Democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So it is a government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and exercised by them directly or indirectly through a system of representation, usually involving periodically held free election. Next, see the images of the people's participation. First, it is a queue of women standing for voting on the election day. Second, it is an image of electronic voting machine, in short called as EVM. This machine is used to take vote nowadays. Next, we have to see the other ways of participation. In addition to the election, there are various other ways of participation in the governance. A few of such methods includes dharnas, rallies, strike, signature campaigns, and other forms of protest. These methods are doing by a particular social groups, maybe staging a protest demand job reservation. Another group may be staging a protest to demand higher wages. So the list of demand can be endless. So the images of the dharna, the people are sitting here. So they are doing dharna here. They are demanding their demands. The second image is the image of a rally. So this is an image of a political rally. You might be seeing this type of rallies during the time of elections. Okay. So next, another image we are going to see. This is the image of a signature campaigns. So this signature campaign is going on against the ragging, which is an evil in the educational system in some colleges, universities like that. So the girl is giving her signature against the ragging. Then another picture showing the picture of a strike. So this is an image of a strike. They are doing protests for their higher pay. Then the mass media like TV, newspaper, magazine, and other agencies also play a major role in highlighting public issues and modeling public opinion. So now you have to know what is mass media. So mass media means the technology that is intended to reach a mass audience. It is the primary means of communication used to reach the vast majority of the general public. So what is going on in the country we can know with the help of mass media. So some of the images, you just see the images of the mass media, that is the internet, television, radio, magazines, newspaper. So this is the image of mass media. The next topic, need for resolving the conflicts. So what is the role of a democratic government here? So in any country, problems could lead to conflicts and result in unpleasantness and a disharmony. There could be situations when two people or two groups feel that they are not being treated fairly or are being discriminated on grounds of culture, region, religion, economic background, caste, race, etc. So at that time, the government is responsible for solving these conflicts. So we had an example here, the example of river as a source of conflicts. The water flowing between two states or two countries could lead to a serious conflicts. For example, Tamil Nadu in India could get water only if Karnataka release it, and this lead to conflicts. So the Kaveri water dispute has a very long disputes between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So the Kaveri water sharing disputes has been a bond of connection between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu since the time of the British Raj. Many of the districts in both districts are depend on Kaveri for irrigation, while the city of Bangalore also gets its water from the Kaveri water. Let us see the image and dam of the Kaveri water. So this is the dam over the Kaveri where from the water releases. Next topic we are going to discuss about equality and justice. Because of the age-old caste system, there has been a long story of inequalities in India. Many people could not get opportunity to study and to take up certain occupation because of the caste system. Many people from the down-to-earth section did not even get the basic human rights. They were not even allowed to offer prayer in the temple. They were not allowed to take water from public places. After independence, the government laid guidelines to remove inequalities and injustice from the society. It is government's responsibility to treat every citizen equally. Government has to ensure that nobody suffers because of inequality. Gender-based inequality is another major social evil in our country. The difference between boys and girls. Equality is most important element in a democracy. If the people of a country are not treated equally, it cannot be a true democracy. So the main responsibility of democracy is giving impartial justice and equality to all. Equality and justice are two different sides of the same coin and are inseparable in democracy. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar had waged a long struggle for getting rights to Dalit or untouchables. Laws were made to abolish untouchabilities. We can say without justice and equality, there could be no basis of democracy. So, where democracy is to be successful, there is the need of equality and justice. So, now we have a picture of the equality. So, you can understand all are equal. Okay, male, female, boys, girl. Okay, physically challenged, all we are equal. Black, white, from different regions all we should be equal, so we have to be equal. Next, to make you understand about the equality and justice, equality does not mean justice. So the with the help of two picture images I want to make you understand about the difference between equality and justice. In the first image you have been seen three boys try to watch a cricket match by standing on the equal height of the box. Here you can see that To make them equality, they have been given equal height of box. But what happened here, you see, the heighter one boy, he can watch the game more easily. The middle one, he can see the match, and the shorter one, he is not able to watch the match because of the equal height of the box. So now what happened? Even though they have been given the equal height of the box, but all are not able to enjoy the match in the same way. So now here we have to give justice to them. So to make justice, what here it has been doing, you see in the next image, the shorter one, he has given now two boxes. So now he can watch the match. The middle one, he has gave one box, so he can also watch. And the heighter one, he has not given the box, but even though he can watch the game. So now here all the three are equally enjoying the match. So this is the justice. This justice is necessary in a democracy. Now I think all of you have understood about this chapter. So now let me give you some of the homework. First, write down what do you mean by apartheid. Second, name the party that fought against the system of apartheid. Third question, who is responsible for helping to resolve conflicts or differences? Name the various races that live in South Africa. Who was the leader of Dalit in India? In the last, we want to say one thing: say no to racism. Always say no to racism. There should not be difference between the region to region. There should not be differences between the skin color like others. So we all are equal. So myself, Mukunda Bora, TGT Social Science from JNB Karbi Anglong 1, Assam, Shillong region. Thank you for listening me. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day.